In this tutorial, we are going to talk about movement and interaction in the SimLab VR Viewer. To look around, simply rotate your head in the direction you want. To move around in the scene, you can either walk around or use the controller to teleport. The blue-colored controller is the main controller in SimLab VR and will be used for both interaction and movement. Click and hold the teleportation button. You will see a green laser beam shooting out of the controller with a landing mark at the end of it. Aim the laser beam to where you want to go, then release it to teleport to the targeted location. If the laser beam turns red while aiming at certain areas, it means that the target area is invalid for teleportation. To interact with objects, use the trigger button on the blue controller. Reach with your controller to an interactive object, and notice that once the controller intersects with an object, the target object will be highlighted, indicating that it can be activated. Pull the trigger on the controller to interact with a highlighted object. Pull and hold the trigger and you will notice several objects around the scene have been highlighted in blue, and a blue laser beam is shooting out of the controller. Objects that are highlighted in blue in the scene are active objects that you can interact with. While still holding the trigger, aim the laser beam to an outlined object. This will highlight the object to indicate that it is your target. Release the trigger to interact with it and run the action assigned to it. Holding the trigger is beneficial when attempting to interact with objects since it outlines active objects, making them easier to spot, while the laser beam on the other hand allows you to interact with objects from a distance, giving you greater control over the scene in a smart and practical way.